What's up, everybody? Yes, right on time. You got it. Right on time. What's up? This is the Coaster Daddy late night talk show. Welcome back this fine evening. Could I be a radio host? How's everybody doing? Let's go. Oh, which videos did you watch? Which videos, man? RMC Raptor, nice. One of the very first coasters I built in Planet Coaster was an RMC Raptor. It was a very unique layout. Uh, and I found that the Raptors are easier to build, it seems like, than a lot of the other models are. So, hello, Coaster Chicken. Oh, okay. You watch my Cedar Point rankings and my top 15 overall. Nice, nice. Hello, Airtime Productions. What's up? Yeah, it is kind of sad, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm more worried about people being safe and healthy first and foremost. So it's not that bad. Don't feel that bad for me. I mean, it sucks that all of our plans got canceled, but I'll get to those parks eventually. I'm sure. Man, Wicked Twister is a decent supporting ride. It's decent. So favorite coaster, Six Flags Over Texas. It'd probably be New Texas Giant, but I haven't been there, so couldn't tell you for sure. Let me check. Oh man, I'm looking at the Discord now. There's a lot I missed in here. I haven't been on here in a while. It's been a couple days. I'll have to check all that stuff out later. I'm glad you guys are having discussion in there. That's good to see. It's like there's like 3 or 4 people having a good discussion in here. So there's a video or an article. This is awesome. Yeah. Nighthawk is the best supporting coaster at Carowinds. I respect that opinion. A lot of people like Nighthawk. A lot of people don't like it. I don't like it, unfortunately. So, hello, Coaster Hour. New Texas Giant. I feel like mine would. I feel like NTG'd be my favorite there as well. So, live streaming. What are you doing? Okay. Do you want to come on here? Okay. Orion is a giga. That's fact. It's a giga. Favorite coaster? It's pretty obvious. I mean, I'm sorry. It's I don't even have to say it. You already know what it is. Go watch my top 15 coaster video. You can see all my favorite coasters there. It's the same one everybody says though. Yeah. Home Park Cedar Point. You don't think Nighthawk is that rough on the corkscrews? Okay. Um yeah, RC Cola. I seen that you did that. There's like a thing where it notifies the new uploads. That's awesome. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. So, um maybe people seen the video quicker than they would have otherwise. I don't know. That's good. So, thanks for doing that. Much appreciated. And I really wish I liked Nighthawk. I mean, it's a beautiful looking ride at the front of the park over the water there. It was my first and so far only Vekoma Flying Dutchman I've been on. So I was looking forward to it because I actually wanted to like it. I mean, I think they look pretty cool. I It was so bad I only rode it once. Yeah. I could have rode it a lot more if I really wanted to, but I just didn't want to. And I had plenty of time there. I could have done it. Honestly, I should have given it at least one more ride. It Whenever I get back to Carowinds, as long as Nighthawk is still there, I am gonna give it another shot just to be fair, because even even a lot of the worst coasters I've been on or the most disappointing coasters, I've given several chances. I rode Mean Streak many times. It was painful. I rode Raging Wolf Bob's many times. Evan, hey, cat scratching the wall. I rode Raging Wolf Bob's many times. It was very painful and boring. Um, Valraven, I've ridden several times, really wanting to like it, but it always just leaves me so underwhelmed. So I really should have given Nighthawk at least one more ride. So whenever I get back to Carowinds, I'm going to give Nighthawk another shot. But as it stands, I did not enjoy my ride on it. It was awful. So one of the three worst coasters I've been on. Yeah, Shockwave looks amazing. I think I'd love Shockwave too. Yeah, a family GCI Woody or just a GCI would be awesome at Carowinds. I hope they get one. So Matthews Coaster Vid says I like Batwing. Nighthawk couldn't be that bad. And like I said, whenever I get to Carowinds, I'm gonna give it another shot because I admit I probably should have wrote it at least one more time just to give it better judgment. Um, the ride I got on it, I thought it was terrible. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't comfortable for me. So yeah. I've heard Batwing though is actually pretty good for a Vekoma Flying Dutchman. A lot of times I hear that's like the best one. I mean, there's only ever been three built, but oh yeah, Airtime Entertainment. Good to see. Yeah. I can't really see your logo that well, but I'll check it out later. Up close. But nice name, and I hope it's something you want to stick with. So awesome. What? Hey, what are you doing? Cat clawing at the background here. She's scratching the wall, clawing at this. Uh, like the arrow. Oh, yeah, the background. Yeah, I didn't even see your comment before I said that. Thank you. It is pretty cool looking. My Cedar Point rankings definitely still stand. Yes. My Cedar Point rankings are still very accurate. Oh, that's an old question. Holy crap, I'm way back. These comments jump around all the time. It's so annoying. Saw someone at Walmart with an Intimidator 305 shirt. I was wearing the same shirt and we looked at each other weird. Nice. If I had to replace Steel Vengeance with any coaster, what would it be? El Toro, I guess, yeah. Or Intimidator 305. I know I know Cedar Point has a Giga already, but you know, whatever, Cedar Point. I've not gone to Fiesta, Texas. Hi, Airtime Entertainment. You used to love Raging Wolf Bob's. Okay, awesome. I'm glad somebody liked it. A lot of people don't like it, including myself. I thought it was an awful ride. I'm glad you enjoyed it, though, honestly. No, Raging Wolf Bob's is just demolished. It's gone. Sorry, cat. Hold on. Coaster Hour. I agree with you. Um, oh wait. First, before I get to that, sorry. Uh, Melvin or no, Landon Bodeker says, I might start a coaster YouTube channel. Any tips? Message me on Instagram or Facebook and I will be glad to help you out. So, but Coaster Hour says Surf Coaster won't be a new stand up. I guarantee it. You know, I actually really agree with that. It just does not make any sense at all and that's kind of what I've been thinking this whole time. Why would they try to bring back the stand-up coaster? That would be way too risky business. They're not going to put all that time, money, resources into researching and developing a brand new stand-up model when the stand-ups just completely died off. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It's not going to happen. It's not a stand-up coaster, which, you know, I'm definitely fine with. So, Zayden, I would say do it on two different channels because if you actually really want your channel to succeed, like it's better not to have a weird mishmash of stuff. You want like something you want to have your channel be focused. So ideally, I would say have them in separate channels. So I've heard of Enchanted Forest. Yes, I've seen pictures of that park. So would I be up for a Cedar Point meetup this summer? Possibly. I mean, it depends on time and if it's even possible and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I would be open to do that. I actually was considering doing like my own meetup for my fans too, like just kind of a small thing if we're able to, I don't know how that's going to work out this year, but hopefully eventually. Yeah, Coaster Hour said it too. You can't be all over the place with your channel unless you're a big personality. You really got to have a focus. And even those people that are kind of all over the place with their channel, they've branded it in such a way where that's possible for them. Like that is what they do and it works for them. Um but I think if you're talking about airplanes and roller coasters and just like those two different subjects, they're not going to mesh. It's yeah, it's not going to work. Oh, thank you, Landon. Diamondback is my favorite B&M hyper as well. Yeah. I've only been on 2, Diamondback and Intimidator, but I love Diamondback. I was really disappointed by Intimidator. It's not even in my top 20. Diamondback is in my top 10 though. I love Diamondback. So, Airtime Entertainment says I'll 100% come to a meetup. Bought the Platinum Pass. Nice, nice. Riddler's Revenge does look really good. It does look like a good stand up. It'd still probably be a lot better as just like a sit down coaster or floorless. I know Magic Mountain has a floorless. I'm not saying they should turn it into floorless, but Nitro or Diamondback, I haven't been on Nitro yet, so I don't know. I couldn't judge. Oh, it's GP Coasters. How you doing, man? How you doing, GP Coasters? He says Holiday World plans to reopen. Yeah, June 14th. Holiday World plans to open in June. Hollywood Nights is getting pushed back. If it happens in late June or sometime in July, would you try to attend? Um, I think I would try. Yeah, I think I would definitely try, but I don't know if I would be able to for sure or not. It would just, I would have to see if everything works out. Um, but I would try to. I really want to go to Hollywood Nights, honestly. So my oddest coaster credit, the Wild Mouse at Idlewild, which actually was relocated from Alton Towers in the 90s. It's a Vekoma Wild Mouse, and it's the only one where it has like the banked lift hill. So you're going up at a slant, you're like tipped to the side as you're going up the lift hill. So that makes it really unique. And I think it's the only Vekoma Wild Mouse as well. So and Leap the Dips. I rode Leap the Dips as well about 10 years ago too. Named a coaster chicken wing pancake. Sounds delicious. Check out Roller Coaster Jerk on Reddit. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I don't follow anything on Reddit, but if I remember that, I'll check it out for sure. They could maybe turn Riddler's Revenge into a wing. I don't think so, honestly. I don't think they could do that. I don't think it would work. I'm not an engineer. I don't work for B&M. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could make it possible by some stretch of the imagination. I just don't think it'd work with the clearances or anything or the stress of the trains and all that kind of stuff. I don't see it. It'd be awesome if they could. Yeah, I haven't been to Idlewild since like I think it was like 2010 when I went. That was the only time. I would have been like 14. So I don't play video games, no. Roller coaster memes, nice. I'm intrigued. Definitely intrigued now. I love me some memes. So Idlewild is in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. Idlewild is actually owned by the same company that owns Kennywood and Lake Compounce. So, among many, many other parks. I did not purchase a CP brick. No. Coaster Chicken says Six Flags Magic Mountain needs to get rid of Scream, then convert Riddler's Revenge into a sit down. Um, um, Airtime Thrills basically suggested that in his video recently, and I think that actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Give Scream, because that's just so out of place at Magic Mountain. Just give Scream to a small Six Flags park that really needs a new coaster where that coaster would really stand out. And then turn Riddler's Revenge into a floorless or a sit down, even. You know, I'd be totally fine with that. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's not, I don't think, but it'd be cool, I guess. Candemonium looks great, yeah. Let's see. Imagine the surf coaster being a Florist coaster, but the seats are sideways to the tracks or sideways like a surfboard. Imagine the drop-in inversion sideways. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on that idea. I don't know if it's even anything like that, honestly. I'm still thinking possibly their take on a 4D coaster or some sort of variation of a 4D or spinning coaster, maybe. Um, but the sideways seating, it just seems so awkward to me. I don't know. Yeah, replace Scream with a new Vekoma model. That'd be awesome. Yeah. When will I get to Great Adventure? Good question. I was supposed to be there in less than a month, but that's not happening now. So I don't know when I'll get to Great Adventure at all. So I became an enthusiast originally in 2005, actually. From like 2005 to 2008 or so, I was really into coasters. I lost interest. And then I got back into coasters around 2017. Like sometime in like 2017, I got like really into it again. And then I started my channel in late 2018. So I've kind of been around coasters for quite a while, and I knew a lot coming into it just because of, when I was younger, I like knew everything about coasters and like would read everything online. So give it to Cyberfox for his backyard. Yeah. Coworker, why aren't you working? Me, I'm watching Coaster Daddy stream. Coworker, oh, all right, that's reasonable. I like that. That's a good one. Candemonium might take on Diamondback for King of Hypers. It might. It might. Hey, Coaster Daddy, Tall Ryan's Raccoon video, it seemed like you inspired the artist in him. As he pulled out the guitar, and I instantly thought of you. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear you thought of me when he did that. That's funny. I doubt I inspired him to do that, but that's cool. I did watch it though. Yeah, and I thought that was awesome. So GP Coaster says our last couple of vlogs have been hiking in state parks. Have you been to the great outdoors during a strange situation? I wish I could say I have. I have not. I'm not really an outdoorsy kind of person, to be honest with you. Um, I should get out more because I really don't get out of the house much besides like doing yard work, like mowing the lawn and just driving places. But I'm not really like an outdoorsy kind of person, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't just hang out outside. So imagine for the whole month of April for April Fools, all the parks who have floorless coasters make them again into stand up to make enthusiasts mad. That'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny, I gotta say. I can't remember where the wild chipmunk is. No. Sounds familiar though. Scrap Firebird and give Scream to Six Flags America. Yeah, that could work. Yeah. Coaster Hour has something interesting to say here. He says, completely random, but I know a friend who has been to Tokyo Dome City multiple times and has never ridden Thunder Dolphin. I've told him to, but he's not an enthusiast, but at least he's done the big O. Oh, man. That hurts to think that somebody's been there a bunch of times and has never been on Thunder Dolphin. Doesn't look like the most exciting layout, but it's a huge intimate hyper coaster. Like, of course you'd want to ride that. Surf coasters might be like flying coasters, but the car is on the bottom. I think you mean like on top of the track instead of hanging below like a flying coaster. You think Scream could fit at Frontier City? Honestly, I feel like I would be happy for Frontier City if they got that coaster, but I just do not see Scream fitting in at that park at all. I mean, that's like a very kind of traditional, like rustic feeling small park, you know? And then they just bring this huge B&M floorless in there. Like, I'd be happy for them. I'd be like, good for you guys. You guys got a decent coaster, for your lineup. Um, but I just don't see it fitting there, honestly. They'd probably just plop it in the parking lot again like they did at Magic Mountain. So, uh, I've not been to BGT, no. Yeah, I know. Every time I take a drink, it lags. I was talking about that last live stream. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't know why it does that. You think Intamin will build any more wooden prefabs? Well, I'm pretty sure they're still willing to build one if somebody wants it, but I don't think anybody will buy one again. Unfortunately. Come on, Cedar Point, step up. Oh yeah, wild chipmunk at Lakeside. Yes, yes. It looks like a cool little coaster. Oh, that restaurant was featured in South Park. That's by the coaster. Nice, nice. Love South Park. Let's see. Costaro says he went to Fuji Q when he was a lot younger, but he was too short to do Asian Naked and Dota Don't Pub before the loop. Oh man. Yeah, I feel like Scream is too extreme for Frontier City as well. Yeah. Not necessarily too extreme. Like I said, I just don't think it fits there with like the vast like just how big it is. Definitely not those colors. They would have to repaint it, you know. Scream to Darien Lake, yeah. Move Scream to Darien Lake, absolutely. Possessed at Dorney Park. Hopefully Michigan's Adventure. That'd be nice. Scream to Laronde. Everybody wants Scream now. Yeah, Cyberfox, that whole Cedar Point parking structure idea, actually a little over, well, over pretty well over a year ago now. I actually made a video talking about Cedar Point's parking situation. So if you haven't seen that, maybe go watch it and listen to some of my thoughts about that because I did talk about that. But I did I think it was like February 2019. I did a video talking about Cedar Point's parking situation. So over Texas does need a good new original coaster. Yeah. Scream to Gilroy Gardens. Oh man. I don't know where this came from. A lot of people ask about this. Got it for Christmas a long time ago. I can't find it online anywhere. I don't know where it came from. It's probably not even made. Probably hasn't been made in 15 years, you know. Michigan's Adventure does need a new coaster or a thrill ride. Just a thrill ride would be nice. Oh, B&M Gigas, they got at least another good 50 years on them. Yeah. RMC Legend. No, I haven't ridden it yet. And I think it looks awesome. So my least favorite RMC, I've only been on 3, and they're all very, very fine rides in my opinion. I mean, they're all in my top 10. So I mean, the least favorite one I've been on is Twisted Timbers, but that's like my number 6 coaster, I think. So yeah. Should put it into perspective for you. A nice Togo at Michigan's Adventure. Yeah. Bring the Big Apple coaster over there. Yeah, a lot of smaller parks are more focused on their water parks because those are a very good return on investment. So, yeah, Legend looks awesome, I think. I love how all those old CCIs look. I've been on a couple CCIs and really want to get on like every single one out there that's still operating because I think they like all look awesome. So, my cat, she's not in here right now. I actually let her out of the room because she was scratching on the door. So, otherwise, I would. So, hey, Andrew. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've played Planet Coaster here and there. Never played No Limits 2 though. So, how much do I miss coasters and how's quarantine's been all right. I've been off work for a couple months now. Um, Pretty boring, I guess. Been making a lot of videos. But do I miss coaster or how much do I miss coasters? I was doing pretty good until about a couple days ago. I really started feeling an itch to get back on coasters. Luckily, I went to Dollywood in December, late December, so I rode tons of coasters then at Dollywood. So it hasn't been too long, which I think helped. But and I'm used to having an off season too. And Cedar Point would have just opened 5 days ago. So just a couple days ago, though, I started feeling an itch because Cedar Point was supposed to be open a few days ago. We've had some nice, crisp days here in Ohio where it's been like, oh, this is like perfect weather to go to Cedar Point. So it kind of got me in that mood. Uh, so I'm itching now. I'm starting to itch to get on coasters again. RMC American Eagle, I mean, I think it'd be awesome. It has lots of potential. So I don't think that'll happen though, but Coaster Hour hasn't ridden anything since October. Yeah. I mean, if I wouldn't have very surprisingly went to Dollywood in December, I mean, I had no idea that was happening until like 3 days beforehand. Um, if I wouldn't have done that, it would have been October for me as well, you know. Make a coaster in my backyard. There is a nice little slope in the back. I can make a terrain coaster, just, put the track on there and I could do like my own little beast, you know, in the like what probably 25th of an acre yard that we have. Any park in the US right now during quarantine, which park? Um I'll say Great Adventure because I really want to get on El Toro, which I was supposed to be doing pretty soon, but it's not happening now. So, how many times have I visited Cedar Point? It's my home park, so I've been there a lot. I have no idea how many times I've been there. You live 85 miles away and been there 80 times since 1974. Nice. Nice. So you go at least twice a year then. So let's see, 30, 40, 46 years. So not quite twice a year on average, but that's awesome that you've been there so many times. So it's an awesome park. Put a large box outstairs and slid down it. uh, yeah, Thunderbird was a huge investment for I can't believe they spent even Holiday World, who does very, very well for a small park. I still find it so unbelievable they bought a $22 million B&M wing coaster. Yeah, if only Knott's had the space for a Giga coaster, that'd be awesome. Imagine them with a nice B&M Giga. Oh man. Oh yeah, GCI Hybrid Track for American Eagle. That's something to think about. It's a new product. There's not much demand for it yet. Maybe, Six Flags is all about sparing money and they really could use something cheap. So maybe they could get a cheaper, GCI conversion to American Eagle or just have GCI retrack it. I'd be fine with GCI retracking it, putting some Millennium flyers on it, reprofiling it, like they did with Ghost Rider. Midnight, I'm glad he could join. Six Flags will probably keep working with RMC over GCI. Yeah, probably because I agree because they've developed a relationship with them and they've gotten so many rides from them. But on the same token, you know, if they can get something for cheap that's comparable, I wouldn't necessarily put it past them, and I wouldn't blame them for doing it either. But they probably will stick with RMC. I agree. Yeah, I don't know why Cedar Fair doesn't invest more in Dorney Park. I guess they probably just know that they're not really able to compete with those parks, but it's like at the same time, like you said, it's right around all this competition, and they're just idly sitting there, kind of just, you know, I mean, they got Hydra and Talon in the early 2000s, two decent B&M coasters, and after that, it's just like they haven't gotten anything. So RMC T Rex, if it actually is still a thing that's going to happen, I have no idea where they would put it. It might not even be a thing now, based on some rumors that we heard. I don't know how true those rumors are. They may have shelved the T Rex, but we don't know. I think Dorney will get that coaster. It's coming. Probably 2022, more than likely, but they'll get it. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for them, getting that new coaster if they did want to dump that park. Honestly, I don't think they'd want to dump the park though. Um, because it seems like Dorney actually does really well, even though they don't put any investment into it. I think it does really well for them, and they keep the park up very well. It looks like a beautiful park, but I don't know. I could see them getting rid of like Michigan's Adventure or Worlds of Fun before or Valley Fair before Dorney, honestly. So Yeah, I do think Dorney seems like an underrated park. They don't really get much, but it looks like a really, really nice small park. So, with some good charm. It reminds me of like Dorney reminds me of like Geauga Lake a little bit. Like I feel like Dorney Park is almost like what Geauga Lake may have become if Cedar Fair would have held on to it, you know? It kind of gives me those I've been to Geauga Lake, and that's kind of what Dorney seems to remind me of, is like a better kept up version of Geauga Lake, you know. And Geauga Lake was so run down because Cedar Fair bought it, and then they just started getting rid of stuff and didn't do much to it. Then it closed. But I feel like if Cedar Fair would have held on to Geauga Lake, put a little bit of TLC into it, I feel like it would have been very similar to Dorney Park now. So Six Flags over Michigan, yeah. Six Flags would actually do some good with that park, I think. There are certain Cedar Fair parks, like 2 or 3, that I think could benefit from Six Flags ownership. Not that I think that's gonna happen in any way, but, first access coaster, Six Flags Fiesta Texas. That's what I'll say. Oh, very true, Robert. Yeah, you can get so many credits very easily now. Yeah. Yeah, Boblo Island, man. That's a fascinating park to me. Dorney Valley Fair, Michigan's Adventure sold to Six Flags. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, but Six Flags Cedar Point, no, no. Please, no. BGW's not getting a B&M Giga. Possibly an Intamin Giga next year, possibly. But oh, Six Flags is not getting rid of Great America. That is one of the flagship Six Flags parks, and they put a lot into that park. That's not going to happen. I mean, Six Flags treats Great America very well. They get a lot of investment, so they're up there with Great Adventure and Magic Mountain. Yeah, I don't think Ed Hart's really looking to buy a bunch of small parks up, but I appreciate the sentiment. I think he could do a lot of good with other small parks as well, but I don't think he's looking into that really. Oh man. Yeah, yeah, Great America got the first B&M coaster, which was also the first B&M stand-up coaster in Iron Wolf. They got the very first inverted coaster, which made history. Um, they got an air compressed SNS launch coaster, the first of the new school, the first one in America in a very long time. Um, they got what are their other firsts? They have a lot of history in that park, definitely. Why ride Iron Gwazi? Hopefully at some point, yeah. Probably not anytime soon, but Huh? I do not. No. I don't know where you got that idea from, but I do not. Favorite dark ride? Wacky Shack at Waldemere. So good. Such a good dark ride. I love that ride. If you guys ever go to Waldemere, definitely don't skip out on Wacky Shack. Try to get to it really early though. It gets a really long line and the capacity is horrendous. It's terrible. So the line gets really long for it. But Wacky Shack at Waldemere is so good. If you guys are talking about Chris from Airtime Thrills, he did have it, but he's fine now. He got over it. So yeah, he's good now. He's good if you guys are worried about him. But yeah, he dealt with it a few weeks ago. So which is, I'm very glad to hear. So well, everyone, I think I'm going to cut this stream off here. Um, but it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys joining me again. These live streams have actually been catching on pretty well. Um, I think a lot of people have been joining these. This one too, we have quite a few people in here compared to what I used to get. Um, so that's awesome to see. I'm glad everybody's enjoying this. Thank you guys for joining me once again. I'm sure I'll see you guys soon. So, but um, Coaster Cafe is at noon every Saturday, noon Eastern, 12 p.m. Eastern. So, um, yeah, you guys have a nice night. Stay safe and stay healthy. And I'll catch you next time. All right. All right. See you guys later.